progress through 4 stages of cognitive development, each possessing distinct characteristics. Sensor motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Sensory motor stage is experiencing and better understanding the world using your senses and actions. Average ages this stage is seen in is birth to about 2 years. 2 concepts that are beginning to develop in adolescents and infants are object permanence, being aware of objects existing when they aren't seen. Example, Jason plays peekaboo with his mother. When she goes behind the bed, Jason, unlike his baby brother, Cole, knows she's still there. The next would be stranger anxiety. Infants, commonly 8 months, fear strangers due to the stranger not fitting in their pre-organized schema. Example, Jackie is an 8-month-old baby may see her grandma for the first time. She may begin to cry. She'll do this because her grandma isn't into one of her schemas, so she'll become distressed. Yeah. Okay.
Object permanence.
Cool book.
Thanks.
Oh, where'd the book go?
Stranger anxiety. How old is she?
A month old. Pre-operational stage is described as a child using but not being able to comprehend mental operation of concrete logic. The average age is about 2 to about 6 or 7 years of age. 2 concepts developing in a child are pretend play. Kids can now play without needing actual physical play, but can instead play with themselves using their imagination. The next would be egocentrism. Egocentrism, or egocentric, is a child only being able to see the world through their own eyes.
Pretend play. Egocentrism.
No one can see me.
Oh, he looks you.
Concrete operational stage is described as being able to think logically about concrete details. Info that's right there, allowing you to grasp arithmetical operations and analogies. The average age is seen for concrete operational is 7 to 11 years. 2 concepts beginning to develop are conservation. Conservation is the principle that quantity is always the same despite change in object size. The next would be mathematical transformation. The ability to go from 8 plus 4 equals 12 and 12 take away 4 equals 8 quickly in about 1 or 2 seconds. Formal operational stage is described as abstract reasoning, and that is the if-then-that thinking. The average age is about 12 through adulthood. 2 ideas beginning to develop in adolescence are abstract logic. Abstract logic is children can think without any concrete information, thinking and imagining stuff without it existing. The next would be potential for moral reasoning, which is due to abstract reasoning, adolescents can now think of a scenario, weighting the consequences and outcomes that may happen.
Abstract logic. Potential for moral reasoning.
I want to go to bed, but if I don't finish the book tonight, I'll fail the test tomorrow.
Go.
The theory of mind, or TOM for short, is the ability to understand/infer other people's mental states or perspectives, or basically to put yourself in other people's shoes. It lets us understand that others have beliefs, desires, plans, hopes, information, and intention that may be different from our own.
Go.
It is developed in the pre-operational stage of Piaget's 4 stages, right when the curse of knowledge or egocentrism is active, roughly the age of 3.5 to 4.5. But TOM can also be absent from adult minds. Look at the following examples. A parent notices that their child is not looking at them and just assumes they are not listening. A man thinks that the smile of a woman is an invitation to romantic engagement or endeavors. Sadly, he is proven wrong. And TOM is also not completely missing from previous stages of development either. We are able to appreciate others' perceptions and feelings before their beliefs. So we should think theory of mind as a gradual process, a continuous process, I can say, from birth to death, and not just randomly appearing at a certain age or some stage.
Vygotsky's theory states that social interaction is an extremely important factor while developing cognitively. Vygotsky's theories are interpsychological, intrapsychological, zone of proximal development, and higher mental functions. Interpsychological stage is when a child's cultural development appears on a social level, the way they interact with others. The intrapsychological stage is when a child's cultural development appears on a personal level. The zone of proximal development is the stage of learning where a child still requires a type of aid or teacher while performing the task or skill. Child analyzes the adult's actions gradually and develops the ability to complete the task alone. The higher mental functions are attention, sensation, perception, and memory. These 4 components are needed for further social development and later learnings. In contrast to Piaget's theory, Vygotsky proposed that a child's social development must come before their academic learning.